Welcome back to another episode of Positive Solutions for Life. This is Peggy Meyer, and I'm so glad you're tuning in today because we're going to talk about something that hits close to home for all of us. Whether you're trying to get in shape, level up your career, change your habits, or just live with more intention, this episode is for you. We're going to take a timeless parable, the parable of the sower, and apply it directly to our modern lives because whether you realize it or not, seeds are being planted in your life every day. The real question is, what kind of soil are they landing in? So let's start with the parable of the sower, one of the great biblical teachings taken from this one, Mark chapter 4. A farmer went out sowing. Some of what he sowed landed on the wayside, and the birds came and ate it up. Some of the seed landed on rocky ground where it had little soil. It sprouted immediately because the soil had no depth. Then, when the sun rose and scorched it, it began to wither for lack of roots. Again, some seed landed among thorns, which grew up and choked it out, and it yielded no fruit. Some seed finally landed upon good soil and yielded fruit that grew up to produce at a rate of 30, 60, and 100-fold. Now let's pause right there. The sower is God, and God sows many seeds in our life. The seeds can be ideas, goals, dreams, wisdom, motivation, people, and opportunities. It's your coach, your counselor, your doctor, your boss, your tell it like it is friend, the personal development book you picked up, the conference you attended, the Instagram reel that made you pause, the podcast you're listening to right now. Seeds are sown everywhere. We've all been given seeds, seeds of better health, seeds of transformation, seeds of the life we say we want. The opportunity to grow these seeds has always been given to us, but not all of the seeds we've been given have grown fruit. Growth doesn't depend on the seed. Growth of the seed and fruit depends on the soil of our minds and our hearts. So today, I want to ask you, what kind of soil are you? So let's talk about the first type, seeds that fell on the wayside, seeds that never stick, they never grow. You hear the advice, you catch a glimpse of inspiration, you even say, that's interesting, that sounds great, and then nothing. You scroll past, you get distracted, it goes in one ear and out the other, the seed is gone. This seed that's sown by the wayside, it doesn't stand a chance. You hear about the benefits of daily walking or drinking more water or starting that business idea, but our life of distraction just swoops in and the seed is gone before it can even land and sprout. How many seeds of transformation have passed you by? Not because you didn't care, but because you didn't pay attention. The seed never got planted inside of you. Many great intentions never make it past this point. Then there's the seed that falls on rocky ground, the seed that starts fast and then fizzles. This one feels good. You leave the event, you're fired up, you hear the speaker and you say, yes, I'm going to do this. You set the goal, you buy the planner, you post the quote, you set the alarm for 5 a.m., you meal prep for the week, but then life happens. The enthusiasm fades. The novelty wears off. It's not as easy as you hoped it would be. You're tired, sore, overwhelmed. Your motivation runs dry. Why? Because the seed has no roots. You didn't have a plan or a why deep enough to sustain you. The first time it got hard, you quit. You started strong, But without a strong why, without structure or consistency, it withers and dies. It wasn't that you didn't want it. You wanted the goal. You wanted the seed. It's that your roots weren't deep enough. You didn't prepare the ground beneath the goal. And you're not alone. I've been there, done this many times. We all have. Next are the seeds that fall among the thorns. The seed has to battle with life's noise. This one is painful because it's where a lot of us live. We're just surviving life's thorns. You heard the message. You want to change. You know it's time. You have accepted the fact that you need to take better care of yourself. You even take a few steps. You know the workout, the meal prep, the journaling, the mindset shift, whatever it is, you know it'll help you. But life creeps in. The thorns show up. Work, stress, cravings, kids, fear, doubt, overwhelm, thoughts of, what if I fail again? What will they think? What's the point? What will people say? All these things creep into our mind and they're like suffocating thorns. Your schedule is packed, and those good intentions, those seeds, they get choked out. The thorns of distraction, comparison, and fear of failure slowly start to choke the life out of your intention. Not because you don't believe it'll work, but because life got loud. You meant well, you were making progress, but intention without protection from the external and internal noise or thorns, it doesn't stand a chance. But then there are the seeds that land in fertile soil. Maybe it wasn't your first time hearing the message, maybe not even the fifth, but this time something clicked. The seeds land in your heart that is ready and open, lands in your mind that's focused, in your soul that's done making excuses. You don't just hear the message, you receive it, you embrace it. You don't just get excited, you decide and you commit to it. You get honest about what's holding you back. You write down the goal, you put it on your mirror, your fridge, your planner, and the phone. On your phone. You look at it and remind yourself multiple times a day. You get crystal clear on why this matters. You visualize the outcome. You see your future self in all your glory. You start small, but stay consistent. You don't wait for motivation. You create momentum. You don't try to do everything at once. You commit to one small thing and you do it consistently. And slowly, steadily, momentum grows. One walk becomes a daily ritual. One healthy meal turns into a habit. One journal entry reveals a deeper truth. One commitment sparks another. You build roots, you stay planted, and before you know it, over time, fruit begins to form. Not just a little, some 30, some 60, some 100-fold. Because you just didn't scatter seeds. You tended to them. You protected them. You stayed rooted in your why. But listen, you don't need more inspiration. You need implementation. How many times have you heard what you needed to hear, but did nothing? How many New Year's resolutions have come and gone? How many times have you said, this is it, and then didn't follow through? Enough is enough. True transformation doesn't come from a single moment of inspiration. It comes from daily cultivation, from digging deep, weeding out the thorns, protecting your time, and nourishing your vision with consistency. You don't need another book, another conference, or another Monday to begin. You need to plant the seed again. You need to recommit to what you already know is true right now, today. Decide today is the day you become fertile soil. Today is the day you are planting the seed in your soil that's fertile and can grow multitudes of fruit. So write down your goal. Decide why it is important to you, why it matters to you. Post your goal and your why, where you're going to see it every single day. Visualize your future self and do just one thing. Take action. Take one little action that will ensure the seed grows every day. And when life gets hard, don't give up. Just dig deeper. The seeds are here. The sower has already sown them. So what type of soil will be they sown in? Will you let them grow in fertile soil? The harvest you're waiting for is in the care and the actions you take today.